Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. Last time, we took our newly acquired Serpentine Helm to the Pyramid Plunder minigame and discovered that you can get some pretty great XP rates. Once I got up to the last room unlock, which is at like 91 thieving, that means we could get up to like 250k XP an hour, which is pretty insane. I had said before I don't normally like training thieving, and that was definitely, good enough to keep me in there, and it's fairly engaging. You do have to pay a bit of attention once you get to the last room, just make sure you have enough time left, but it's definitely worth it to get, like league level experience. But as you can see, I said I didn't like training thieving, but here I am just getting 95 thieving just for master farmers. You might be wondering, why are you doing that? Well, my goal from Pyramid Plunder was I need to get to 91 for the Desert Diary. And then also I was like, oh, well, I'll get to 94 because that's the level that you stop failing master farmers if you have the Arty Diary done, which we do. So I was like, hey, our master farmers, good way for getting herbs. And then I went and started trying that out after I got 94, and then I was trying to think like, well, could I go to 99 thieving right now? I'm kind of close, I'm kind of on a bit of a thieving grind. And then I was like, well, how many herbs will I get from that? How much herblore experience can that get? I was naive to think like, oh, maybe I could get enough for 99 herblore by going from 99 up to 99 thieving, which is not the case. I was woefully mistaken to think it would be more or comparable experience. Based on my own calculations, just rough estimates of how much, I'm not going to show the math here. There's so many different calculations and, things I could do, but herblore it's all based on probability of it's just one, how many herbs will you get from like the seeds you get for average XP, and then how many, like, what's your average yield going to be, and that can depend on ultra compost, it can depend on farming level, and then like, well, if I'm going to start, farming a bunch of herbs, I probably should just get 99 farming to get the farming cape, because that gives you additional percent chance to get extra herbs, and I'm fairly close to 99 farming anyway, so I just have a lot of things in my head about what I want to do. But by my own calculations, it seems like I get 3 times as much thieving XP as I do herblore XP. So for every 300k thieving, I would get 100k herblore experience, roughly based on calculations. Of course, bell curve, all that stuff, it could be different, but that's where that's where it seems like it's going to, level out for me. I didn't take into account toad flax seeds because I was maybe not going to do that, but I think I'm going to try and start keeping those for now. I'll go over my plan on what I want to keep mostly. But for now, the main focus of the episode, main goal going forward, I want to get 99 thieving from master farmers, and we'll see how much herblore XP we can get from that. I'm not going to get close to 99, but again, even getting up to like 91 or 92 is still not even halfway, or just about halfway to 99, and that's, I think that the early 90s are when you pretty much stop getting useful unlocks from herblore. So could be something to have. I just, I want to try that, get 99 thieving out of the way, maybe even get 99 farming along the way, probably get 99 farming along the way. Speaking of that, I do want to go back to Tithe Farm, because I had the seed box once upon a time. I don't have it right now, and it's not necessary. Like you can see, I did 94 to 95 with, without the seed box, and I get like 109k thieving XP an hour right now, just like this. I do have to drop seeds fairly regularly. You can, even with my inventory, fairly open. But I think if I get a fresh inventory and with a seed box, I don't think I'll have to drop seeds nearly as often, which, again, won't be a huge translation to more XP an hour, but it should be a little bit. And of course, if we're doing up to a 99 grind, we're talking millions of XP. Any little bit of extra can help. So that's the plan for right now. Now that I'm done rambling, gonna go over to Tithe Farm and see. I don't think we have any points stored there, so we'll see how much XP we get from that. I don't think I'd be very surprised if we get enough for 99 just from getting a seed box. I don't think it takes that long, especially considering we have the highest plants unlocked. But we'll see. It's been a minute since I've done any Tithe Farm. Got some good news and bad news. The good news is I did have 87 points stored in Tithe Farm already, so the grind won't have to be as long. It's only 250 points for the seed box, and as we'll see here shortly, from one full run of Tithe Farm, you get 26 points, I believe. Put that in there. You receive a harvest bonus, so that was what? Yeah, that would have been Oh no, 113 points. So I don't know. Someone do the math on that. 87 to 113 is this many. It might be the same. I'm too tired to do math right now. The unfortunate thing is, I forgot this takes a lot longer than I thought it did, just for one trip. I guess I should have timed this next one to see how long it takes. But it's up there, you know. I do have humidify to speed it up during the when I'm not waffling like I am right now, but it's gonna take me a bit longer than I thought, which is fine. And also we're not even gonna get the 98 XP. I think we're only gonna get like 100k XP, maybe 200k from this, so it's not as good as I was hoping, but that's all right. Last plant here, and this is going to be enough to get us to 250. Wasn't too terrible. I got a little burnt at first, but then once you get in a groove, it doesn't go too bad. 150k XP away from 98 farming, and then I was maybe gonna wait to get the seed box, but I know I wanted to. Oh, I have to put my thing in there. I was maybe gonna wait to get the seed box because I have a couple things I want to do before I go and clear my inventory and get it all set up. But I don't remember when I lost the seed box. Like I don't remember if I chose to get rid of it or if it was like during my mini wipe. But I'm pretty sure if you had anything in the seed box, they would still be in there. Okay, I didn't have anything in the seed box, so I did need to go and get that. But it still is good to know because I think if you would like it, it's the same thing with the master teleport scroll. Like anytime I get those from a clue, I still have my teleports in them. Again, not that they're super useful, but it is, you know, a decent good thing to know, I'd say, for UIM. Seed box is more important because you could theoretically go and get that back whenever you want. You have to do, you know, grinds and whatnot. But I really want to see real quick if I can, if it's possible for me to get to 98 farming with just what I have planted right now, which I don't think it will be. I don't have a lot planted, but I would like to try and get that farming level up just because we're close. Bit of a strange place to get it, but I think if we have enough cactuses here, we're gonna get the level from this. It looks like we're gonna have enough. Yep, 98 farming, 1.2 mil XP to go until we get 99. No clue how that's gonna happen. I've just started, you know, like I have some orange trees planted right now. I'm just like, hey, whenever I get a chance to get XP, I'm gonna try and get it. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a decent amount from, like, I might start planting my secondaries before I start doing anything else. And I've also, in between me doing my pickpocketing, like the reason I'm trying to clear these right now is because I have a contract for a new potato cactus. So hopefully I'll be able to get at least under 1 mil farming XP from just contracts and whatnot, or maybe doing things along the way. My plan also, the seeds I'm keeping are these ones down here, and then anytime I get a decent amount of lantidimes, or you know, but like a couple lantidimes, dwarfweed, or cadentine, I will go ahead and plant those. So I'm hoping maybe just harvesting those will get me a little bit of passive farming XP, but we'll see. This is kind of just a big, grand experiment for a lot of things. The only thing I know is that I for sure want to get 99 farming for master farmers, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Well, after approximately 900,000 hours, I'm gonna have my first level of this grind, 96 thieving. And oh boy, I knew what I was setting myself up for, but it's still you know, it's a lot. The XP isn't bad. I don't know if I've ever said it, but I get about 120k XP an hour now with the seed box, when before it was like 109k. Like, and that would like average out to that after, like, you know, full focus pretty much. I've seen even up to like 122k focus, which again doesn't seem like a huge increase, but again, if we're talking millions of XP here, that's, you know, a couple hours at least is gonna save on the road to 99. So I definitely am committed to this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I still haven't felt like I've had a good day. You know, obviously I you know, have work and stuff most days, and then, you know, if I, you know, wake up or want to watch something, you know, I can't 100% always be fully focused, but I feel like I should be able to get into rhythm. I'm getting like, you know, 300k XP a day at least, hopefully more than that on like my off days maybe, or if I have some good focus days. So ideally in like 2 weeks I hope I can get this done, but we'll see for sure. It's definitely gonna be it's gonna be something. Spirits are high this time around, ladies and gentlemen. I am feeling much better than when I was getting on the cusp of 96. I feel like I've gotten in a groove. There's 97 thieving. Things are going well. 1.1 mil XP away from this time. I don't know. I would love if I could get this up by Saturday. This is Sunday now. I don't want to say normally, but I knew I wasn't going to have a video in 1 week this time just from this. Hopeful for next Saturday, but I'm gonna need at least one no life day. I would say if I had been able to be consistent and get 300k XP a day or around that, which I can get on a day, you know, if I'm decently focused and wake up early enough, then I would have been able to definitely for sure get it. But now, I don't know. Like I do have tomorrow off work, so I could maybe do like a no life day, but once you start getting up close to, you know, the 300k XP for a day, like my finger starts to get a little tired, you know. I even thought about getting like a foot pedal. Like I was getting, my dad he does like flight sim stuff sometime, and I was gonna see if I could maybe go and borrow like his the foot pedal he has for that. But I was like thinking like that's so much work, and like will it really be that much? Like they have to get used to doing that. I don't know. And then I was also like, do people actually do that? Like, and like, could you get? Then I don't say like banned. I don't want to get flagged for like botting or something like that. I don't think I would, but I don't know. That was I deemed that too much for me. If I end up getting really burnt, then I will just go to Pyramid Plunder and probably finish that. But like I said, I kind of feel like this is the first time I can actually commit and do one like the big boy, like, you know, I pickpocketed 50,000 master farmers. How many are we at, by the way? I'm just curious. I don't think it's 50. Oh, almost 40k. Okay, so that's, you know, getting up there. But, you know, just to see what we get, you know, how much Herbler XP. I have not done any calculations. I thought about it, like, you know, a couple hours ago, being like, oh, I should try and see what I'm at right now. But I kind of just want to save it for myself and let it be a big surprise. I'm pretty sure when I calculated it, it was going to be like just shy of 3 mil XP, maybe something like that, maybe 2.5. So I'm really looking forward to that. I also wasn't saving toad flax seeds when I did that, so maybe it'll be a little bit more. Oh, look at that. I don't get crashed very often. It isn't really crashing. Like, it annoys me a little bit, but I'm just a very antisocial person, like, in general. So, yeah, I think it translates to the game. But whenever someone comes in here and starts looting the same farmer as me, it gets annoying. But I do feel so much better than people whenever they fail a pickpocket, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, yeah, I'm better than you, even though it's thieving, like the level that everybody has. But hey, it makes me feel better. I've decided I'm going to try to go for a no-life day today. I have the day off work, although it is already 11:30 p.m. But hey, I've got a good 3 hours left probably in me, although I would like to have a little other like non-RuneScape time. But I tried a thing, I think like Jimmy, this was in a video he talked about forever ago, but I turned off the XP drops, you know, normally have them. It doesn't feel like it's something I normally notice, but it's very weird to just not have a constant you know, indication of. I merely just wanted to turn off, like, I wouldn't mind having the actual like XP drops like that. I just wanted to turn off like the progress bar that comes up there, which there probably is a way in RuneLite to do that, but it's so simple to just hit that button right there. But it's just, you know, in an effort to maybe make it so I'm not constantly looking at the thing like, oh my gosh, it's been, you know, 20 minutes and I've only gotten this much XP, or the bar's only like halfway. I was like, no, I just want to, like, when I get in a good spot like this, I can, you know, be fully focused on my other monitor pretty much, and just, you know, click like this, and every now and then I'll just have to make sure I'm not, you know, my inventory is not filling up with seeds, and I can just drop them when I have to. And I want to say it's working all right. I definitely am less like anxious as I'm pickpocketing, as far as like being aware of how much XP I'm getting. But I will say, the couple times I've had to check throughout the day, with like to pause it whenever I want to go, because I do farming runs sometimes. Pretty much just at this point, I only have like 10 things of Ultra Compost left, so at this point I'm pretty much just doing just farming contracts, and still I'll probably have to do an Ultra Compost run here in a little bit. But anytime I see it, the point being is that I do not get a large dopamine burst. It's kind of just like, oh, even though I've gotten like 100k XP since the last time I checked, it's still just kind of like, you know, it's. I was hoping for more than that. But hey, you know, like I said before, still not minding this too much, although I think I will be very ready to move on once I am done with this. I was maybe thinking about going right into another, like, maybe like construction grind or something, but no, I gotta find some kind of content I can do after this. just about getting ready to throw in the towel for today. I actually ended up going in longer than I expected, which is good for me because I've done the calculations. And I'll go ahead and add to canvas. You can see, ooh, I'll stop at 600k. I'll make sure I push through to that. But hey, 600k XP gain in one day, 118k an hour just about. So, good couple hours, and it's even been more time of me playing because I pause it whenever I go to do my, farm runs and whatever. So, it's been more than that for today. But we've only got, less than 400k left until 98, and then I think it's like 1.2-ish mil, just about, until 99. So I think if I can get, depending on how much I go past, my goal for tomorrow is to get to 98. I have work tomorrow, so I don't have a full day of just try hard gaming. But I actually have work every single day until Saturday, when I'm hoping to get this video up. But I think if I can hopefully manage 3 to 400k XP a day, it might be, I don't want to say tough, but I could do like 300k before work, and then like 100k after work is manageable, something in that regard. So I don't know. Fingers crossed if I'll be able to do it. And then also double fingers crossed that this video is, going to be good and interesting and long enough to be a video and not just 5 minutes of me being like, well, here's the thieving level. Here's a thieving level. Oh, it is a bit past my bedtime. We are 10 minutes away from it being 6 a.m. But I made it. I had a schedule in mind. I was a little behind, and now I'm not as behind, but still very behind. I'm very tired as well. But that's 98 thieving, 1.2 million XP away from 99. It is Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning. And my goal is to get this video out by Saturday. I was hoping to be able to get to, have 1.2 million XP for 3 days. That's 400k every single day. Is asking a bit, but manageable for my schedule. Today would have been better. I probably could have even gotten a little more and gotten a good head start on that. But then I finally, some of the server issues that you've probably seen people complaining about or experienced yourself, there was just a period where I couldn't log in. So I was like, okay, that's fun. Granted, I didn't try every single world, but I was like, whatever, I'll just try and, I'll go shower, get ready for work, make some dinner. And at that point, I had blown like an hour where I could have done all the rest of that stuff very quickly if I, was, it saved it for the end. But it's whatever. I'm going to try really hard to get this done because I would like to be done with thieving, even though this isn't like the worst thing. I'm, sanity check, I'm doing okay. But we'll see how I am, 800,000 XP, from now when it's, 3 hours before work on Friday and I still have a bunch to go. But I think I'll be able to do it if things go perfectly. I think 400k a day is very, very manageable for me. Well, I joked around the last clip and said I will see you all 800,000 XP from now when it's an hour before work and I'm rushing to get the level. And I lied. I got you guys because it's actually an hour after work. It is 5:45 a.m. on the day this video is going up, which is Saturday. I did it. It was, again, I think worse in the moment than it is now. It wasn't fun. Like I said before, pickpocketing isn't fun. And I can't even say I'm angry because Pyramid Plunder is great. If you just want to train thieving and get it up fast, if you're just trying to max, go do Pyramid Plunder. It's super easy to get in a groove. You can still kind of be fairly AFK. You can at least watch YouTube or Netflix or something. And you can make okay money as well. But this is just or I guess if you're a main, this is good money too. But I'm mainly speaking for irons. But this is, oof, it's a grind. There's no way to get around that. It is a grind, and you just gotta, hunker down and do it. But the results are gonna be quite nice. In case you don't know, I went from almost entirely 94 to we are, 16k away from 99. And this is the loot. There's a little bit more. I'll do a full overview once I finally get it. But it's worth it. I mean, even if you look at the Renars alone so far, that's oh come on, why can't it tell me the value? 22 mil worth of Renar seeds. That's a lot of money. So I know, and it's going to be a lot of XP too. That's the trade-off you get for it being more click intensive and annoying is you get actual useful supplies. Very, very useful for us UIMs. But definitely can't say I would recommend this to anybody, and I'm sure many people will think I am crazy for doing this. But like I said at the start, I feel good that I kind of started and came through the other end of like a big boy grind. Not eager to do another one, but I know that I won't like actually lose my mind. It's doable. Things are doable. Although I have been thinking more and more about like, if this is gonna get me a decent amount of herbal or XP, I can see hunter won't be too bad, fletching won't be too bad, it'll just be long, rune crafting and construction won't be bad. Honestly, I think prayer might be the sleeper hit of like that's gonna suck to level up. Thankfully, I think the last level I like need in quotes, I'm pretty sure we need 85 for a diary. Maybe I'm just misremembering that, but I think we need that. And that shouldn't be too bad to just get passively, or maybe, try and kill some dragons or something for a bit and put the sacrifice the bones to the altar or something. But I am not looking forward to that. I did a little bit of, like looking around online to try and find things. I guess maybe pest control is the meta. I've tried to do fletching and pest control before and I never got in a groove with it, but I'm sure I could probably, do better now. But that's going to be something else for some other day. We all know why you're here. I'll stop lollygagging and see you when we're close to the big finish. Oh, I'm trying to get in a good spot. I guess this is as good as any. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big ping. This is what you've all been waiting for. I've got the volume up so we can hear it. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, come back. We're just going to do it. Yay! 99 thieving. Ooh! Oh! Yeah! 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 That's freaking awesome! Sorry, I'm not super excited. I mean, I've seen this coming from like a mile away, so it's not as super climatic for me, but I am happy to be done. Finally, let's head over and get the cape, and I will do a nice little wrap up. Tell you, fully go over what we got from this grind. Alright, I think we don't even have to talk to Mr. Martin. I'm pretty sure if we just go over here and talk about trade, we can go ahead and get ourselves a thieving cape, and I'm gonna run away because I don't want this guy to get me. But yeah, guys, I like this rogue outfit. I'm super tired of this dumb, purple and, black looking cape, so I think I'm gonna replace it with a purple and black cape. Although actually, honestly, this just unironically looks so much better. I actually love the trim on that one there. Very, very nice cape. Yeah, let's just have it like that. I wish I could like turn my head around like an owl so you can see my character's face and the cape, but we'll leave it like this for now. Anyway, as far as the spoils go, here is what I am actually keeping. Limp roots for my secondaries, watermelon seeds for compost, because we are totally out of ultra compost right now, and then snape grass for secondaries, and then also maybe some compost. And as I mentioned earlier, I think I'm hopefully going to be able to try and finish farming with these or get closer. I don't know. Finishing might be too much to ask for. But I did get under, less than 1 million XP to go until 99 farming. I have 812k left to go. So between those, and then also if I look at my looting bag, you see I have some 8 Calquat trees left from doing my seed packs and farming contracts. So hopefully we'll knock out farming. But as you can see, I started farming Cannatines, Lantines, and dwarf weeds and Torstills. I would plant those and get them, but then I ran out of ultra compost and it was taking too much time, so I started just putting the seeds in the looting bag, every now and then, which it actually more Cadentine than I thought for how infrequently I feel like I got them. Decent stacks of all of those, and then a couple, some secondaries already made and whatnot. As far as the big boys though, if we check the seed box, you can see Toadflax 450, 160 Snapdragon, 430 Erit, 216 Quarm, 943 Renars, and then I'm also keeping some potato seeds, which I don't know if you always could, but you now can use them in birdhouses, and it's actually convenient. I just did some quick maths. If I'm assuming I'm using magic birdhouses, if I would get 10 million XP in Hunter, which would be more than enough to get me to 99, not more than enough, but it would give me over 99, I would need 87,000 seeds, and I just happened to have 87,300 seeds from potatoes. So I was like, hey, I only have to keep one stack. Pretty nice. But as far as herblore XP and farming XP goes, I am not, as I think I mentioned before, but to say, for sure, I'm not going to start the herblore grind or even farming my herbs until I have 99 farming, because that's just gonna, like I said, increases your yield for your farming. And I'm not gonna do it until that. I am gonna start doing my secondaries, or at least these ones, just to get that, because I have so many seeds that I think I'm gonna get. I won't need the extra, yield. It'll be fine. I'll get enough. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm back in math class after doing all this stuff, but big number after doing some rough calculations and assuming that once I have the farming cape, I will get on average 9 herbs per harvest, which I think technically might be a low-ish ball estimate. I think it could be up to like 9.5. I know certain herb patches are different ones, so if anyone has any insight, I'd love to hear it. I've tried to look at the wiki, but it's extremely confusing, more confusing than it needs to be. But assuming I get 9 herbs per harvest and looking at all of the herbs that I've gotten from this grind, I should expect. Now I wasn't, didn't want to do toad flax at first, because I don't like doing brews. It's very annoying on a UIM. So if everything excluding toad flax, I will get just over 2 mil XP, and that's all going to be pretty much very easy, or potions to make. Easy secondary is going to take some time to get it, but it'll get me there. And then if I were to turn all of these toad flax into brews, that would be another extra like 770k. So that's a lot. So I will probably do that. Unfortunately, even though it's a ton of XP, that's still only gonna get me to not even quite 92. I think maybe 92. My estimates are a little off. I do have a little bit more herblore, I think, in my Hispori right now. So still that's only gonna get me just barely to 92. I would have to do what the grind I just did, assuming this is how I get, all my herbs going forward. I had to do that. Gosh, I have to do it, what, 3 more times over to then go and get 99 after that? Oh no, two, like a little more than two, like a little more than 2 times. So actually, I guess it's not insane, but still, I of course was hoping for more. But honestly, I can't complain. So many gains. It's got a lot of more stuff, and then once we get 92, I think that's going to be. I don't know how much more is going to be useful for UIMs after that. I guess maybe I could see a world where divine super combats could be good, but I don't really. I think it's like 90 for super combats, and then maybe Forgotten Brews just for some extra XP along the way could be nice. 91, but other than that, I don't think anything. And I guess super anti-fires if I ever go back to the Vorkath, which I don't plan on doing soon. But hey, it could happen. But yeah, lots of stuff for the future. But for now, I am going to call it. Thank you so much for watching this. Especially if you made it to the end. I know this was just a thieving heavy, talking heavy episode, but I kind of had to do it to try and not lose my mind. I appreciate you guys sticking out these long grinds. Don't 100% know what I'm going to do next, but I got to do something fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and like get a Grotesque Guardians task or something, or just go back to Slayer for a little bit. I think maybe I want to try and get 95 Slayer for my next goal. But I don't know. Like I said, I just need to get some dopamine going through my brains and not click the same Master Farmer 60,000 times in a row. So if you again have made this far, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Let's send you off with a nice little like ooh. As you can turn into like a little monkey there. I like that a lot.